each of us took our perception of what happened. Like if we were beefing, right? You know what I mean by that? Like we're arguing. Each of us took our perception of what happened as what happened, period. I was there, you were there, I saw what happened.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. We definitely went through that, like, don't even. So I know that when we started to spend more time with the girls, like when our whole structure of our shit wasn't like the girls go at this time, we pick them up at this time, they got these classes, they got these things. Just that alone, just not being so freaking attached time and energy wise to school gave us space to just be like, oh, you know, like to like notice feelings, to notice how, for example, if you and I are beefing and it's like, yeah, I know what happened, but I also noticed something in how you said it that made me feel like maybe there was something else. Mm-hmm. You know, just little things that we didn't get to notice before. Y'all get that? Like just not being committed to school time and structure gave us more space to just notice, just like with our kids. Yeah. Yeah. So to that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I it was definitely that. It became more, especially with the girls, it became more about noticing like shifts in behavior, because we were looking for that, right? Like they were out of school, so we had a lot of concerns with what that would look like, because neither of us was ever grew up in that position. We knew the complete opposite. We knew to stay in school and to deal with, you know, the things that come with school. But we were hyper aware of behavior shifts and behavior things of that nature. And I think what ended up happening as a result for us was that we started paying more attention to how each other said stuff. So in the same way that when the girls were out of school and we were concerned about them socializing or whatever, and when we'd say, oh, you want to go to the park, and watch for how they say it, or if they mention something specific about someone at the park, to give clues as to, you know, what, all that kind of intense listening for the girls. It was you know, it helped kind of flex those muscles and to train those muscles.
Yep.
And then when it became things with us, and I realized, oh wait, you know, this also applies to us too. Like I can tell when you answer something and there's something else behind it. I might not know what it is, and I might not know how for us to get there, but I had to at least acknowledge that I saw it. I couldn't unsee it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it was a similar thing with the girls. Like when they were in school, I couldn't unsee how they changed. I couldn't unsee, you know, how I got a distinct feeling that they weren't being made part of something. They were being assimilated into something. That the difference, like I couldn't unsee that part of it.
Yeah.
So I think that thing carried over into our relationship and into other things, like to other
Everything.
things that be school.
Yep.
It always carries over, because you're always looking for a meaning. And
you're not assuming meaning. That's
right.
That's a big part of the shift,
meaning
right?
in the moment. And
yes.
Not like what you thought it was or what someone told you it was, but in the moment. This and the good thing about it is that because it was in the moment, and you know, you don't really take things for granted, feelings and how people react to things, and even how their reactions are. It kind of forced us to go back to that same thing of defining things for each other, so that we knew, okay, so this is how I understand something, and this is how you understand something. It didn't necessarily mean that we always came to a understanding that went together.
That's the other thing.
That at least we knew where each other stood.
Yeah, well, we got clues to where each other, because even as you said, even if we didn't always know.